Hi folks, Brian with Anchor Pest Defense, back with another short video. I think I'm going to do a series here about wasps. It's pretty common in the spring for you guys to start seeing these little guys flying around, giving you problems. I want to talk about identification today, wasp identification. There's three pretty common wasps we have here in Pennsylvania, and those are the ones we'll discuss, which is a paper wasp, yellow jacket, and the bald-faced hornet. So, paper wasp, most common one we see here in Pennsylvania. They can be characterized by a reddish-brown body, yellow accents. Sometimes they don't have yellow accents, but usually they do, at least a few of them. Their nest is an upside-down umbrella hanging from your eaves. That's what it typically looks like. They start out pretty small and can get to pretty big, it's the size of a dish if you let it go all summer. It is an open nest, so you can see the honeycomb from the outside, unlike yellow jackets and bald-faced hornets, which have closed nests. So their temperament, not aggressive. These are not aggressive wasps. Yes, if you get right up close to them and start fanning your hand around and messing with them, they're going to bite you and let you know, but they don't typically they're not typically overly aggressive and not very defensive of their nests until they get pretty large. All right, so the second one, yellow jackets. Yellow jackets are slightly bigger than your paper wasps. They're going to be characterized by a black body with really strong yellow accents. And their nest is going to be inside of a cavity. They prefer to make their nests inside of walls, hollowed out logs or trees. Anywhere they have an internal cavity, they can create their nest inside of, sometimes even mouse burrows. That's typically where they'll prefer to make their nest. So be aware that as you're walking around your yard, if you start getting bit, there might be a nest there that you don't even realize is there. Okay, so their temperament, very aggressive. I wouldn't say the most aggressive, but still pretty territorial. They don't like you to be around their nest, and they'll let you know right away that you got too close. All right, and the last one, bald-faced hornets, which are actually not a hornet. They're a yellow jacket also, just a different species of yellow jacket. And they are characterized by a black body with white markings and a white face, hence the name bald-faced hornet. All right, so what type of nest do they make? They'll make your typical, just like you see in a cartoon, big, round, basketball-sized paper nests with a hole in the bottom and the wasps flying in and out, just like you see in the cartoon. Same exact thing. These will typically hang from tree branches or on their eaves, and they will get large reasonably quick. Be aware that this type of wasp is extremely territorial and extremely aggressive. I typically tell people don't treat this on your own unless you've had experience treating wasp nests on your own before. I would call a professional. You don't have to call me, but call somebody, because I don't want you taking a trip to the hospital if you start messing with those guys. That should do it for all the identification. Stay tuned for the next one. I think we're going to talk about either each individual wasp, or we'll discuss ways to treat them before they get bad. All right. Have a good day, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.